Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is time for fall fashion 2020 and I am so excited. This is my favorite time of year, but I know it can be really overwhelming to look at all the list of fall trends and to know how they fit into your current style and your current budget, which is why I created this video in order to help guide you to know which fall fashion trends are worth the splurge because they're going to be around for a while, and which ones should you just maybe like go the more budget route, maybe get off Amazon. I'm definitely a believer in investing the right pieces, but there's so many pieces that I love that I just can't afford to buy them all. And of course, if you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love to have you join our family. I'm Jules and I do 2 new videos every week on fashion, style, and shopping. So for this first budget fall 2020 fashion trend, this is one that I think you could really save some money on, and that is silver jewelry. Amazon has a lot of silver jewelry, and I think if you can find a few pieces, maybe 5 or 6 that are around the $10 to $15 range, it will take you much further along in the fall and winter fashion seasons than if you were to go out and invest in nice silver jewelry. I think a lot of us are really hesitant to dip our toe into the silver jewelry trend just because we love our gold jewelry. But if you want to look trendy, silver is a great way to start incorporating that into the clothes you're already wearing. So now on to the splurges. This trend I was so excited to see listed as a 2020 trend, and that is metallics, sequins, glitter, shiny gold. Like, I love all of that. But I have also learned to not go the too inexpensive route when it comes to that sort of thing. The glitter falls off, the sequins fall off, the shimmery metallic looks kind of cheap and plasticky. And let's be honest, we don't need that many shimmery pieces in order to make a statement. So if you were to ask me for my advice, which is somewhat why you're here, then I would recommend getting 1 or 2 shimmery, sparkly pieces that are just good, solid quality. The next budget fall fashion trend I want to talk about is blazers. And like, yes, no, I get it. Blazers and fall. Shocking, right? The reason I say this is because exactly, blazers, lots of blazers. You can have so many different blazers. In fact, the blazers I keep switching off of, this one is under $50 and the black one is over $100. Can you really tell? Only up close. And honestly, blazers themselves aren't going out of style. However, go maybe a little more budget with the trendier ones. The black one is a classic. So yes, I spent more on it, but this one, it's more boyfriend. It's got a more like fall season. I don't wear it all the time, and so it didn't need to be invested in. So if you've watched my Save versus Splurge video just on general shopping tips, then you're gonna recognize these hats. And so when it comes to splurge, I think investing in wool hats is worth the investment. Looking at these two, one is a budget wool hat and one is a investment. And I just gave it away. This is the investment, this is the budget. This one is from Amazon. This one is about 3 times the price. Now, when I say 3 times the price, this one was like $12 or $15. I think budget options can be really helpful in determining if you even like something. But with this one, I just think there are some quality details that make me love it a lot less than this one. For example, this one has a seam all the way around the outer edge. This one doesn't, and that's what I really liked about this option. It's just crisp and clean, and you can tell the quality's really good. That ribbon just looks perfect, and to me, it was such a big deal that it was worth investing in this one. So this next one is a little bit controversial, but stick with me. So a budget fall trend slash, it's also a staple, but if you're gonna go the trendy route, you want it to be more budget, and that is jeans. I am personally a believer that you don't need to spend over $100 on a pair of jeans. There are really good ones out there that are under that price point that fit great, that look trendy. But when it comes to trying out the boot cut trend again, flared jeans are back and we're all a little bit hesitant about getting back into that. That's where a budget option can come in, where you can sort of dip your toe in, see how it looks on you, see if you like the fit, and then decide later on if it's a trend that's here to stay. But I'm calling this out specifically because I've heard a couple people mention patchwork jeans. So whatever patchwork jeans I ended up trying will definitely be in the budget range. And in case you missed it, I am doing a jean try-on series just because I know fitting rooms are closed and there's a ton of new jean trends happening right now. So if you want to see different kinds of trends and how they look on my body, I keep all of my measurements in the description box below, but I'm 5'5", I'm generally a size 4 to 6, and I have a short torso, so I have a really tough time finding good high-rise jeans. So of course I'll have that video linked as well, and then make sure to subscribe because I have a lot of those kind of videos planned. So I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I just read my note for talking about what my next point was going to be, and I accidentally wrote down faux fur leggings when I meant faux leather leggings. So I hope faux fur leggings don't become a thing because that just sounds awful. But no, the splurge fall trend that I want to talk about is faux leather leggings. Specifically the ones from Spanx. That's the one you see all the bloggers and Instagrammers wearing. It's the ones that they just look so slimming and so nice. Like they just have a really good finish on them. And honestly, they're really compressing, so they're really good at smoothing you out and keeping you in. But I have to be completely honest, the reason I'm sharing this is because I have failed with budget faux leather leggings. I have been clickbaited so many times on, look at these dupes, or these are just amazing from Amazon for $12. In my experience, the quality on those is so low that you'll end up spending just amount, if not more, replacing them than just investing in the right ones to begin with. And just like for every fall blazers are in, so are faux leather jackets. And what I've learned is that there's so many great faux leather jacket options out there that don't have to break the bank. You can definitely find good ones that are more of an investment, but in my experience, some of the budget ones are just as good. This one is a popular one every year. It sold out last year and they restocked it for this year, and so I'm sharing it with you now because it will sell out fast. Okay, so this one isn't really a fall 2020 trend. However, it is a popular trend. Do you call that a trend? But let's just talk about the Barefoot Dreams cardigans, right? They always go fast in the Nordstrom anniversary sale. They sell out fast on Black Friday and for the holidays, and everyone is always raving about them. And then even those who haven't had one and then try them, even they say, wow, this is amazing. Which is why I am just encouraging you to not try to substitute Barefoot Dreams for a budget version. If you want Barefoot Dreams, save up and get the Barefoot Dreams instead of getting one that's inferior. You are going to be so much happier with that than you will any dupe or knockoff that you find. And if you really don't care if it's real Barefoot Dreams, then this trend doesn't really apply to you, but it's also not going anywhere. So if you need to wait for it to go on sale, it will, and it will be fine. That is okay. All right, back to the budget side. And so let's talk about the cutout trend. I personally think it looks better up on the shoulder. A small cutout on the shoulder looks just really gorgeous. It's kind of that asymmetrical trend that we've been seeing a lot of over the past few seasons. However, I also think it's one of those trends that's going to quickly become dated. I think it's going to last for a couple more years. So if there is one you really just love and want to splurge on, like, I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you with any of this, let's be honest. But I could see myself wanting a few different colors of tops that have little cutouts on the shoulders and then calling it good. Whenever there are times where you want multiple colors of kind of the similar trend, that's generally when you want to go the more budget route, and that's when you start looking on Amazon. So this next fall trend I would encourage you to invest in, or at least do your research on and do your due diligence, is the cape trend. This is a trend I've wanted to participate for a while, and I tried to look at some budget options, trying to take my own advice and trying out a style before investing in it. But honestly, all of the capes and like cape blazers that I saw, it just looked like the quality and the way that the fabric laid just looked so honestly not cute. And now I'm not saying you have to go spend hundreds of dollars. You know, splurge means something different to everyone, but maybe don't go for the $20 cape blazer. I know when I was looking and doing research last year that there just wasn't that big of a selection. So I'm hoping that starts to change because I think the cape trend is so classy and gorgeous, but you really want that fabric to be stiff and you want it to flow away nicely. You definitely don't want it to look like the quality you would get in a Halloween costume. All right, now what kind of fall 2020 fashion trends video would this be without talking about boots? And I gotta be honest, there were some boots I thought that were gonna be out this season, like over the knee boots, that aren't. And what's so funny is that last year everyone was saying riding boots were out, but now they're back in. So really, I think it's just kind of boots in general are in. It doesn't matter. Wear any kind of boots you want and make it work. So let's talk about which ones should be budget and which ones should be splurge. For example, snakeskin booties. You can find so many budget ones on Amazon now that you don't need to invest in that trend in order to look on trend. Okay, now let's talk about the splurge option. I'm gonna try to not just like go on and on and on because I could talk about this forever because I love boots, I love neutrals, and fall is my favorite time of year, so I have a lot of boots. But when it comes to fall trends, the neutral boots are the ones you should invest in because those are the ones that I keep seeing year after year after year. And they come back in style. Riding boots are back. They went out of style and I was like, okay, you know what? I think they're gonna come back in style in a few years, so I'm gonna hold on to mine. I just got them out of storage. They have some dust on them, but otherwise, they look fine. And it's because a few years ago, I was wearing these kind of boots so much that I just invested in a good pair. And for that same reason, I invested in this pair this past spring because they also look really good in the spring. So if you can find a neutral boot that works in the fall and the spring, then you should invest in it because it's gonna last you a really long time. So when talking about trends, you have to talk about color. And as someone who loves neutrals, colors have to get into the budget category because even with the best of intentions, I will buy colors thinking that I'll wear them a lot, and then I don't end up wearing them. So I'm really excited that blue is super on trend for fall, but still not going to put that in the splurge category just because it's not quite as versatile. Now, I could see a beautiful classic blue in a blazer and just think that's gorgeous, but it's still not as versatile as my black one. And so honestly, some trendy ways to incorporate blue are 1, patchwork jeans. That's a lot of different blues happening there. All denim looks are back in. There are also other options where it's just like basic cardigans, basic sweaters, basic tees, any of those kind of basics in blue where you can take that basic and instantly change it out with another basic from another outfit and boom, you're on trend. Okay, so I do have a little caveat on the color blue. Darker blues like navy, you can invest in those. It's exciting because this year blues and navies are in style, but even 5 years down the road when maybe they're not on trend, they're still gonna be stylish and look really good. And those pieces are honestly gonna last you a long time. So I have so many more fall fashion videos coming, so I would love if you subscribe so you don't miss them. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and comment down below which of these do you agree with, which maybe aren't quite your style. What is your advice that you would want everyone else to know too? And then head over to one of these 2 videos and I'll see you there soon. Bye.